don't worry about it too much, but put something that's a decent sentence that makes sense for SEO. The best care home in, I'm going to put Huddersfield because that's his main keyword. So. Okay, so add a brief description in a decent SEO-ish sentence or whatever, and a brief site description. Are we having it with multi-site or not? Usually not, unless it's a new business setting up that's going to have lots of subdomains for a franchise type thing, like the kitchens potentially. So you'd normally leave this unchecked. Admin username. You find to keep what they suggest, it's good to keep. We're going to largely mitigate the risk of getting hacked. And if one website gets hacked on his server, all of them are potentially hacked, so that's a disaster. We're going to largely mitigate that if we keep their long, complicated passwords and usernames and stuff, right? So we'll keep that thing for this. So WordPress details. There's going to be two versions of WordPress, one on the desktop, one on the mobile. So username. Admin email. Where do I want that? Support it now. Monkey at Jungle Buddha? Support. I can't either. So still for the WordPress install, select plugins, no theme, and click install. Okay, after it's installed, you get a congratulations message. It's always the same, but it's worth noting down anyway. Okay, so we need to do the same for the mobile one. So, how to get back to the return to overview, is that it? Can we get back to the cPanel home? Ah, actually this is where I'd want to get to anyway, so install again. HTTPS. The mobile one, which we said we're putting direct onto the main domain. Yep. No directory. Yeah, ideally it wants to be the same. And then we just add the canonical URLs and relative tags, and a third tag which I've discovered, which is the alternative tag. So you add the relative canonical tag or whatever it is to the one that isn't the main one, and then the main one that you are wanting to rank, you add an alternative tag letting it know that there's a copy of it. So just Google that to find out a bit more, or give me a shout if you get stuck, but try and figure it out. Okay. So there's three ways of trying to make sure that we don't get penalised for duplicate content, which would be a disaster. You've got canonical URLs, rel tags, yep, and alternative tags. So the alternative tag is a new one I just found out about the other day, but that's, you add that to the main content that you are wanting to rank to let it know that there's a copy of it somewhere. But this is the main one.
So are there 3 things that you have to use all together or separately?
No, you need to use all 3 together. Two of them go on the duplicate content page, and one of them goes on the actual original content. Okay. In the metadata. Probably using Yoast SEO to do it, or another way if not. That is as yet unknown.
So I have to do this for the kitchen site very soon.
Yeah. Well, not very soon, but yeah. Once we're launched and that's successful, we're then going to get to just tidying up the SEO and making that all work properly and stuff, you know, doing directories and stuff. So, yeah. Okay, so we've now got WordPress installed on the fuck a duck. I forgot to copy the actual login details for the mobile one. It's a disaster.
This LastPass not here.
No, LastPass didn't say it. No, I was talking to you instead of concentrating or talking to a video or whatever, so. Oh yeah, good point, that would be in the video, wouldn't it? I think so, yeah. Okay, so last minute, saved by Kelvin, we've pulled the details from the video. Okay, so we've now got 2 sites set up. You know, we've got a WordPress install ready on the main HCK Homes domain on which to install a mobile site, and we've got a WordPress install set up on the subdomain newlife.hckhomes.co.uk, which we're going to use as a desktop site. So Joe's going to pay us for the mobile setup, so we're not going to do that yet, but we needed to install it, so it's something there and we can redirect. Actually, that's not true at all. We need to install it on there as well. So, okay. So it's potentially going to harm his SEO a little bit. So we do need to get on that, but not until Joe's agreed for us to do it at a higher rate. So we're seeing Joe this weekend. So we'll risk the SEO damage for a few days, and for now, just install the desktop one.
Can you not just do it, and then the time you spend doing it,
Yeah, sure. Okay. So we need to install 2 sites. One mobile, which we're not actually going to optimize for mobile at all now, but we're going to get all the content up there. No, we don't want to do that, Kevin. It's long and we've got a lot to do. You know? Yeah. It's going to take you about 2 weeks to do that. So yeah. So wait till we're on this thing. We're just going to risk SEO damage. Joe's not getting any customers from SEO at the moment. It will sort itself out again on the other side eventually, if Google even notices in the meantime. Yeah. So if it does mark him down for having a weird shit site on the main domain, then it'll mark him back up a few months later after it's got a beautiful optimized mobile site and it's loading fast and all that stuff, right? So for now, there's a WordPress install on the mobile site. That's great. It's ready for you to install the plugin and import everything. You know, the same for a desktop site. But the missing, so what you do now is you log on to the, well, the desktop one's the only one we're bothered about for now. So, and by the way, if you did install both, then you'd need to, the reason it belongs, because you'd then need to go through and make sure we've got all these tags on every page, it's not duplicate content, and it's the right size images on the mobile to be loading fast and all this stuff, you know? Yeah. Although we could leave that until we've optimized. We could put the images that are there up there now, just literally copy it direct.
All the images are optimized already.
But not for mobile. We're not 375 wide, are they? They're million wide, right? Yeah. Yep. But we could get content up there. You could install the backup and then go through and add all the, there's not that many pages, add these 3 tags to each one. So that's all set up correctly. And then at a later date we go back and optimize it for mobile, which is what's going to take weeks to do. So do you want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay. So
that will help Jules SEO, right?
yeah. Yep. Okay, so do a desktop one first. Where's the desktop one? WordPress is here. By the way, you obviously need to, well, actually, if you change the name servers, we're not on Cloudflare at the moment anyway. Even if Cloudflare is turned on, it's not, no traffic's going there for it to work, so you don't need to worry about Cloudflare. As long as you change your name servers to the server, to this server we're working on at the moment.
You need to assign a name server for the now desktop site for HTTP home. Sorry, it's a mobile and desktop. It's too many switched around now. Which one with the name server?
No, because the name servers is for the domain.
Yeah.
So the which is now the mobile one, right?
Yeah.
But the subdomain for the desktop one,
yeah,
it's still the same domain.
Alright.
So it's going to the registrar. The registrar is saying anything for this domain, look at these name servers. Yeah. And then it's going to the server where we've set up a subdomain. So the server's then redirecting anything for that subdomain to a different part of the server. Yeah. Yep. So this WordPress is on this URL. Can't be reached. Okay, after you've updated name servers, the next day when you're trying to access stuff, you have to flush your computer's DNS cache. Yeah. So just do a quick Google search for your operating system. I'm on Windows 8 here. On your keyboard, press Win X to open the WinX menu. Right click Command Prompt, run as administrator, and then type in ipconfig/flush DNS. Oh. Now if we try that in incognito tab, hopefully it's going to work. No. Okay, so if you get a problem with any connection, the first thing to try is flushing the DNS on a computer, and potentially, potentially clearing all your history as well. But first of all, before we flushed the DNS, that didn't work. Now I'm going to check the name servers have gone to the right place.